I didn't manifest my dream life. I remembered it. It was always there, hidden beneath the static of doubt, fear, and the noise they planted in my mind. It wasn't about wishing or hoping or begging the universe for more. It was about alignment, a frequency, a version of me vibrating so clearly in truth. That reality had no choice but to respond, because manifestation doesn't begin when you speak it. It begins when you become it. When your nervous system calms enough to hold the energy of what you say you want. When your thoughts stop screaming and your presence starts humming in harmony with the future you've not imagined, remembered. That life you crave? It's not far away. It's sitting behind a wall of resistance you built the moment you believed their lies, that you have to wait, that you're not ready, that you're not enough yet. But I watched all of that crumble the second I tuned in. The second I dropped below the noise and whispered, they taught me to chase, to hustle, to sacrifice my peace in the name of progress. But the more I chased, the more it ran. Because you can't catch what already belongs to you. You can only become the version of you that no longer doubts it. Lack was never real. It was a lens, a programmed illusion installed through repetition, reinforced by fear, passed down by people who forgot their own power. They gave it a name, reality, but I see it for what it is now, a reflection of a mind out of tune with its source. The universe isn't withholding, it's mirroring, and the moment I stopped begging and started remembering, everything shifted. Not slowly, not after years of trying, but instantly, because quantum doesn't wait for time. It responds to truth. I wasn't blocked. I was just busy performing an identity that wasn't mine, living out someone else's idea of safety, success, and survival. But I've deleted that script, and now I don't chase. I align. I vibrate. I receive. Manifestation is not about forcing the universe to give you something new. It's about becoming the frequency that already holds it. The moment you tune your energy to that vibration, the world around you rearranges itself in response. I realized that my thoughts alone weren't enough. It was how I felt beneath them. The emotional signal I was broadcasting to the unseen field. Fear, doubt, hesitation, they cluttered my signal and blocked the flow. But when I learned to quiet the mind, to feel already done, everything shifted. I began to see that manifestation is a mirror. What I projected inside reflected outside. So, instead of begging for change, I started embodying it, living as if the reality I desired was already true. Not pretending, not hoping, but knowing, and that knowing. It was magnetic, unstoppable, because the quantum field responds not to words, but to being. The hardest part wasn't learning how to manifest. It was unlearning everything I thought was true. The stories I told myself about lack, limitation, and who I was allowed to be. Those old patterns ran deep, like invisible chains wrapped tight around my mind and heart. But I realized those chains only held power if I believed in them. So I started to watch my thoughts like an observer, not fighting them, not judging, just noticing the loops and lies repeating on autopilot. And slowly, those patterns began to dissolve, like mist under morning sunlight. I found space between my impulses and reactions, between fear and choice. That space, the quiet center, was where manifestation lives. Because true power comes not from controlling the outside world. It comes from mastering your inner world, from breaking free of old identities and stepping fully into who you truly are. Manifestation is not just a mental exercise. It is a deep emotional experience. The emotions you hold are the language your subconscious speaks, the signal you send into the quantum field. When I learned to align my feelings with my desires, everything began to change. I stopped wrestling with resistance. Instead, I cultivated a sense of peace, joy, and certainty, even before the evidence showed up in my life. This emotional coherence created a magnetic field around me, one that pulled my dreams closer, like iron to a magnet. It wasn't about forcing outcomes or controlling results. It was about embodying the energy of what I wanted, with calm assurance. And in that calm, I found power. Not power over life, but power with life. The power to co-create with the universe in perfect harmony. Most of what controls your reality happens beneath your conscious mind. Your subconscious is like a hidden computer, running programs you didn't write. These programs shape your beliefs, your habits, and ultimately your manifestation results. I discovered that no matter how many affirmations I repeated or how hard I visualized, nothing shifted until I rewired those deep codes. Fear-based beliefs, scarcity mindsets, and old wounds were running silent scripts that sabotaged my efforts. Changing my reality meant changing those hidden patterns. It required patience, persistence, and deep inner work. Meditation, emotional release, and conscious rewiring became tools to break free. Once I cleaned the software of my mind, the manifestations I dreamed of began to flow effortlessly, because the subconscious doesn't argue with what you truly feel. It responds only to the programs you feed it. Manifestation is more than spirituality. It's science. At the quantum level, everything is energy vibrating at specific frequencies. Your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs create waves that ripple through the quantum field, attracting matching experiences back to you. I learned that by shifting my vibration, I could influence the probabilities around me. It wasn't magic, it was alignment. A delicate dance between intention and energy, between focus and surrender. The observer effect in quantum physics shows that reality changes based on what we pay attention to. When I focused on fear, I saw more fear. When I focused on possibility, doors began to open. This taught me the importance of where I placed my energy. Manifestation isn't about forcing outcomes. It's about tuning my inner frequency until it resonates with the reality I want to live. Fear is the greatest barrier to manifestation. It's the silent energy that keeps us trapped in cycles of doubt and hesitation. I realized that every time I hesitated, it wasn't the universe saying no. It was my own fear saying stop. But fear is just a signal, not a sentence. It tells us where our boundaries lie, but it doesn't have to control our actions. The moment I learned to face fear without resistance, to move through it instead of away from it, my power grew exponentially. Resistance fades when we stop fighting ourselves. When I surrendered the need to control and allowed the process to unfold, the universe responded with grace. Manifestation became less about struggle and more about flow. The key is not to eliminate fear, but to become its master, to acknowledge it, accept it, and rise above it. Manifestation requires more than alignment. It requires action. But not just any action, decisive action. Action born from clarity and inner knowing, not desperation or doubt. I learned that waiting for the perfect moment was just fear dressed as patience. The universe moves when I move. It responds to steps taken with confidence. Even if the path isn't fully clear, trust became my anchor. Trust in the process, trust in myself, and trust in the unseen forces working behind the scenes. When I combined aligned energy with decisive steps, manifestation accelerated. I stopped waiting for signs and started becoming the sign. Every choice, every move became a signal that said, I'm ready, I'm worthy, I'm here. Manifestation flows naturally when it's rooted in purpose, not just desire or fleeting wishes, but deep, unwavering purpose. I discovered that when my goals aligned with my soul's mission, resistance vanished. Living from purpose gave me clarity. It fueled my passion and sharpened my focus. Every challenge became a lesson, every setback a step closer to alignment. Purpose connected me to something greater than myself. It grounded me in the present, even as I reached for the future. And in that space, manifestation was no longer about getting. It was about being. Being the person who naturally attracts the life I dreamed of. The person who doesn't. I discovered that true manifestation doesn't come from constant doing. It comes from stillness. From surrendering control and trusting the flow of life. In the quiet moments, when the mind stops racing and the heart opens, the quantum field becomes receptive. It's in surrender that I release resistance. And in that release, I create space for miracles. Stillness is not weakness. It's a powerful pause that allows my intentions to settle deep within me. When I stop pushing and start receiving, the universe moves with me, not against me. Surrender is the art of allowing. It's saying, I trust what's coming, even if I can't see it yet. And that trust became the foundation of all my manifestations. The subconscious mind holds the key to everything I desire. It stores beliefs, memories, and patterns that silently guide my reality. I realized that if I wanted to change my life, I had to change the programming beneath the surface. This meant confronting old fears and rewriting limiting beliefs, not with force, but with gentle persistence and consistent intention. Each new thought, each new feeling, became a seed planted deep in my subconscious. Over time, those seeds grew into new habits, new realities. The deeper the reprogramming, the easier it became to align with my desires, because the subconscious doesn't argue with what it believes. It manifests it. By consciously choosing what I feed my mind, I gained control over the invisible currents shaping my life. And with that control came freedom. Quantum physics teaches us that reality shifts based on observation. The act of watching changes the outcome. I realized this principle applies to my life in a profound way. When I observed my thoughts and feelings with awareness, I began to change them. No longer trapped by unconscious patterns, I became the observer, the conscious creator. This shift transformed how I experienced the world. Instead of reacting to circumstances, I chose my responses. Instead of being controlled by fear, I stepped into clarity. The observer effect showed me that by focusing my attention intentionally, I could influence the reality unfolding around me. And that power, once realized, changed everything. Fear often stops me before I even begin. But I discovered a simple truth. Hesitation is the enemy of manifestation. The moment I pause, doubt creeps in, and the energy shifts away from creation toward resistance. That's why I adopted the 5-second rule. The moment a bold idea or action rises inside me, I count backward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then I move. Before the fear can take hold, before the mind can talk me out of it, I act. This small practice rewired my nervous system. It trained me to override fear with courage. The 5-second rule isn't just a tool. It's a doorway, a gateway from fear to freedom, from possibility to reality. Manifestation is deeply tied to identity. I realized that the biggest block wasn't external. It was who I believed I was inside. Until I shifted my identity, nothing would change. I asked myself, who is the version of me that already has what I desire? What does that person think, feel, and do differently? I began to step into that identity. This activation rewired my subconscious and recalibrated my energy. Living as that person created a magnetic field that drew opportunities and synchronicities effortlessly. It wasn't pretending, it was becoming. The moment I fully embraced my new identity, manifestation moved from wishful thinking to unstoppable reality. Manifestation is a delicate balance between stillness and action. I learned that rushing or forcing outcomes only created resistance, but waiting passively without movement led to stagnation. The key was to move with intention and pause with presence, to act decisively when the moment called for it, and to surrender fully when the universe signaled pause. This dance between doing and allowing created a flow that felt effortless yet powerful. I stopped battling time and instead moved in harmony with it, trusting that every step, every breath, was leading me closer to what I sought. In stillness, I connected deeply to my inner truth. In action, I manifested that truth. In manifestation becomes effortless when I align with my higher self, that part of me that knows without doubt, that holds infinite wisdom and unconditional love. I learn to listen beyond the chatter of the mind and connect deeply to that still, knowing presence inside. When I operate from my higher self, fear dissolves, decisions become clear. This alignment shifted everything, from how I saw myself to how I attracted people and opportunities. The higher self doesn't strive or force. It simply flows. And when I embody that energy, manifestation becomes a natural expression of my being. Carrying unprocessed emotions blocks the flow of manifestation. I realized that holding on to resentment, fear, or grief created energetic weight that kept me stuck. True manifestation required me to face those emotions head on, to feel them fully and then release them. This was not weakness, but strength, a cleansing process that opened space for new energy to enter. Each release lightened my vibration and cleared the path for what I truly desired. I learned to welcome emotions without judgment, knowing they were signals guiding me toward healing and growth. In this freedom, manifestation flowed freely, unhindered and pure. Belief is the engine behind manifestation. Without true belief, the seeds of desire remain dormant. I learned that expectation shapes reality far more than hope or wishful thinking. When I began to expect my dreams to unfold, my entire energy shifted, doubt faded, replaced by unwavering certainty. This expectation was not blind faith, but a deep knowing rooted in alignment and action. Belief rewired my brain and nervous system to act as if my dreams were already true, and the universe responded by delivering what matched that frequency. To manifest is to believe without seeing, to expect without evidence, and to hold that space with fierce conviction. Patience is not passive waiting, it is active trust. I discovered that rushing manifestation only created tension and resistance. But embracing patience without losing faith opened new doors. I learned to hold my vision steady while allowing the universe to unfold in its perfect timing. This balance between desire and surrender became my greatest strength. Patience became an act of love toward myself and the process. It was the space where growth, healing, and transformation happened unseen. When I released control over when and focused on being, manifestation became effortless and joyful. Manifestation is a partnership between me and the unseen forces of the universe. I learned to trust what I could not yet see or understand. This trust was not blind faith, but a deep inner knowing, a connection to something greater than myself. When I released the need to control every detail, the universe moved in ways I never imagined. Synchronicities of doors opened unexpectedly. Help arrived from places I hadn't asked for. Trusting the unseen allowed me to relax into the flow. It freed me from fear and doubt, replacing them with confidence and peace. I realized that manifestation is less about pushing and more about receiving, opening my hands and heart to the miracles already on their way. Clarity is the foundation of every manifestation. I realized that vague desires create fuzzy results. When I sharpened my vision and defined exactly what I wanted, my energy aligned with precision. Clear intention focused my mind and emotions, like a laser beam, cutting through doubt and distraction. It became easier to recognize opportunities and take aligned action. Clarity also brought peace. When I knew what I truly wanted, I stopped wasting energy on confusion and second-guessing. I moved forward with confidence, knowing that the universe was supporting my focused efforts. Manifestation thrives on clarity. The clearer the vision, the faster the manifestation. Attachment to outcomes creates resistance. I learned that clinging tightly to how and when my desires should manifest only blocks their arrival. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means trusting that the universe knows the perfect timing and path. When I released my grip, a sense of freedom washed over me. This freedom opened space for unexpected blessings and miracles. I discovered that sometimes what I want arrives, in ways I never imagined, better, richer, more aligned. Detachment became a practice of surrender and faith. It was the moment I stopped fighting reality and started dancing with it. And in that dance, manifestation flowed effortlessly. The environment we surround ourselves with shapes our energy and beliefs. I realized that manifestation isn't just internal work. It's also about the external spaces I inhabit. Toxic environments, negative influences, and cluttered spaces drained my vibration. But when I consciously chose uplifting energy, supportive people, and sacred spaces, my manifestation accelerated. I began to curate my world as an extension of my inner alignment. Every object, every conversation, every sound became a frequency to support my vision. Manifestation thrives when mind, body, and environment resonate in harmony. I created a container for my dreams, a fertile ground where they could take root and grow. Consistency is the hidden force behind every successful manifestation. I realized that it's not about sudden breakthroughs or overnight miracles, but the daily commitment to alignment. Small, steady actions, repeated with intention and belief, create unstoppable momentum. Consistency trains my subconscious to accept new realities and rewires old patterns. Even on days when doubt creeps in, staying consistent keeps me connected to my vision. It's the quiet power that turns dreams into habits and habits into destiny. Manifestation is a marathon, not a sprint, and consistency is the fuel that keeps me running toward the life I'm creating. Gratitude transformed my manifestation journey. I discovered that when I focused on what I already had, my vibration rose instantly. Gratitude is more than a feeling. It's a powerful magnet. It signals to the universe that I am ready to receive more. By appreciating the small blessings, the synchronicities, and even the challenges, I opened my heart and expanded my capacity to attract abundance. This simple practice shifted my energy from lack to overflow. Gratitude became the fertile soil where my desires could grow effortlessly. Forgiveness unlocked a powerful door in my manifestation journey. I realized that holding on to grudges and past pain created energetic blocks that stopped my flow. True forgiveness isn't about excusing what happened. It's about freeing myself from the chains of resentment and anger. When I chose to forgive, not for others, but for my own peace, I cleared space for new energy to enter. This release lightened my heart and lifted my vibration. Forgiveness became a catalyst, accelerating my ability to attract what I truly desired. Visualization became a powerful tool on my manifestation journey. I learned that seeing my desires clearly in my mind's eye created a blueprint for the universe to follow. But visualization is not just about imagining outcomes. It's about feeling the emotions as if those desires are already real. This emotional immersion sends a strong signal to my subconscious and the quantum field. When I practiced daily visualization with intention and feeling, I noticed opportunities and ideas aligning perfectly with my vision. Visualization transformed my dreams from distant hopes into tangible possibilities. It's a creative act, a rehearsal for reality. Our beliefs shape our reality in profound ways. I discovered that the subconscious mind doesn't distinguish between fact and fiction. It accepts whatever story I feed it. Limiting beliefs act like filters, blocking the flow of abundance and possibility. But when I consciously shifted my belief systems, I rewired my perception of what's possible. This shift wasn't easy. It required awareness and intention. I had to identify old beliefs, question their truth, and replace them with empowering alternatives. Science shows that neuroplasticity allows our brains to rewire and adapt. I used this knowledge to rebuild a mindset that supported my highest vision. Belief became the foundation upon which manifestation was built. Synchronicities began appearing in my life like signposts along my path, coincidences that felt too meaningful to ignore. I realized that these were not random events. They were the universe's way of communicating, guiding me toward alignment and reminding me that I was on the right track. When I paid attention to these subtle signals, I felt more connected and confident in my journey. Synchronicity became a dance, a flow between my intentions and the unfolding reality. Recognizing and trusting these moments deepened my faith in the manifestation process. They were proof that I was co-creating with forces beyond my control. Self-love became the foundation of my manifestation journey. I realized that unless I truly loved and accepted myself, no external manifestation could bring lasting fulfillment. Self-love is more than just positive affirmations. It's a deep, unwavering acceptance of who I am, flaws, fears, and all. When I cultivated self-love, I raised my vibration and opened my heart to receive. I stopped seeking validation outside and found it within. Manifestation became effortless because I was no longer resisting myself. I was finally aligned with my true worth. Setting clear, purposeful intentions transformed my manifestation process. I learned that intention is the seed from which all creation grows. Without intention, energy scatters, and desires become diluted. But when I set intentions with clarity and emotion, I directed my focus like a laser toward my goals. Intentions act as a compass, guiding my thoughts, feelings, and actions toward aligned outcomes. Each morning, I practiced setting powerful intentions for the day, aligning my energy with what I wanted to attract. This practice anchored me in purpose and kept me on the path to my dreams. Limiting beliefs were the invisible chains holding me back. I realized these beliefs weren't truths. They were stories I had accepted as reality. Releasing them required courage and honesty. I had to identify the beliefs that no longer served me and consciously choose to let them go. This process wasn't always easy, but with every belief I released, I felt lighter, freer, and more aligned with my true potential. Letting go of limiting beliefs created space for new, empowering ones to take root. And in that new soil, manifestation flourished. Affirmations became a daily tool in reshaping my subconscious mind. But I learned they only worked when I truly believed the words I repeated. Simply saying affirmations without feeling or conviction was empty noise. The magic happened when I spoke them with emotion, clarity, and faith. These affirmations rewired my brain, replacing old limiting messages with empowering truths. Over time, they shifted my self-image and raised my vibration. Affirmations became the bridge between my current reality and my highest potential. Manifestation requires more than intention. It demands inspired action. I learned to listen deeply to my intuition, recognizing the subtle nudges that guided me toward aligned steps. Inspired action feels natural, effortless, and energizing. It's not forced or frantic, but purposeful and joyful. When I acted from this place, doors opened, obstacles shifted, and momentum grew. Taking inspired action connected the dots between my desires and reality. It transformed dreams from abstract ideas into lived experiences. Believing in possibility was the spark that ignited my manifestation journey. I realized that without belief, no change can occur. Possibility opened my mind and heart to new realities, allowing me to envision outcomes beyond my past limitations. This belief didn't ignore challenges. It acknowledged them, but chose to focus on what could be. By embracing possibility, I shifted from a mindset of fear to one of hope and excitement. This shift energized my vibration and invited miracles to unfold. I learned that trying to control every outcome only created resistance. True manifestation requires releasing the need to micromanage. When I let go and embraced the flow of life, I opened myself to possibilities beyond my imagination. Flow is the natural rhythm of the universe. It moves effortlessly, without force. By surrendering control, he allowed manifestation to happen in perfect timing and alignment. This surrender didn't mean giving up. It meant trusting the process fully. Everything in the universe is energy vibrating at different frequencies. I realized that to manifest my desires, I needed to raise my vibrational frequency. Lower vibrations like fear, anger, and doubt repelled what I wanted, but higher vibrations, love, gratitude, and joy, acted like magnets, drawing abundance and opportunity. I began tuning into my emotional state daily, choosing thoughts and feelings that elevated my energy. This conscious shift in vibration transformed how I experienced life, turning challenges into growth and dreams into reality. Manifestation is vibration in motion. When I aligned my frequency, the universe responded in kind. Manifestation is not just about attracting things. It's about embodying the reality I desire. I became the person who already lives my dreams. I thought, spoke, and acted as if my desires were already here. This embodiment shifted my entire energy field. It erased separation between where I was and where I wanted to be. When I lived from this place of alignment, manifestation became inevitable, a natural unfolding of my highest truth. Now that you know the truth about manifestation, that it's about frequency, belief, alignment, and inspired action, the question is, what will you do with this knowledge? The universe is always listening. Your thoughts, emotions, and actions are creating your reality right now. So start today. Choose to embody your highest self. Break free from old patterns. Tune your vibration. Take decisive action. And remember, manifestation is a journey, not a destination. Stay consistent, stay patient, and trust the process. If this video helped you awaken your manifestation power, like, share, and subscribe to join the community of creators rising together. Comment below with what you're ready to manifest. Because your future begins the moment you decide.